I'm just going to hit record. Here we are. But yeah, Jacob, it has been a pleasure, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity just to speak about our experience of working together for the last 90 days. We've been working together all of December, January, February, and it's just been amazing, bro, to see the shifts that you've had, your energy changing, the growth that you've had, not just in business because that's external, but the growth you've had internal with yourself, your relationships, your energy, your confidence. Like, it's been an absolute blessing, bro. So I guess I'm curious, obviously, in terms of the journey, like when we first started working together, where were you at when we first started working together?
Yeah, so obviously how we got in touch is funny because you were getting onboarded to one of my clients at the time. And I came across your YouTube, no, I came across your Instagram and I knew you through Kieran, but I'd just been following you. We'd kind of been in contact and I was just like, I don't know. It's like something just made me want to go ahead with you. And I was like, calm, like, let's do it. But at the time, I was, yeah, like December was a pretty rough month. It was like, the emptying of a lot of things in my life. I had my granddad pass away. Obviously, my relationship was, in a very bad, serious state, which was affecting me, which I didn't even realize how badly it was affecting me, to be honest. And yeah, obviously, all that turmoil builds into stress, anxiety, and obviously, I was using a lot of substance, weed, smoking a lot of weed, big stoner. Thank God I'm not anymore. Like, obviously, it's still a struggle, but I've been off it for about a week and a half now, which is a big blessing, and I can feel the energy change just from that. Yeah, so when I was working with you, it was obviously I knew what was going to happen. I knew what was coming. I knew that I like New Year's had to be the year. Not unlike a New Year, New Me mindset, just because I could see it. Like I could see the opportunity of my business in front of me, and I hadn't had a mentor for about 6 months before I met you, maybe even more, like 8 months. And it just felt right. Like I don't know what it was. It was just like you say, it was your energy. Really, it was watching your Instagram, and I was like, this guy's got something to him. And then when we hopped on a call, completely indirect about it. I don't know. It just felt right to say like, oh, like let's try work together. What's your coaching?
Yeah,
What's it
yeah,
about?
you come to me.
And I knew, yeah, bro, yeah. Like I just remember asking you, and because you wanted to get onboarded, it wasn't really like something you was thinking about. And then I was like, but I was serious about it. I was like, no, I want to work with you. Like, let's do it.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, then yeah, just at the time, yeah, I was just in a bit of like a state of I knew I had to change. I just didn't have the consistency, and I didn't really know how to change.
Yeah.
It was sort of like I was working against myself rather than with myself.
So obviously, I know at that period, like your business in December, it was doing okay, but there was obviously you wanted to really grow it, but obviously all the personal stuff that you were going through as well. Obviously, in terms of yeah, share where you are now after working together for the last 90 days.
Dang. Man, where I am now, like I'm just we'll talk about business next because I want to talk about the personal internal growth because that is
What
genuinely
it's
like
all
the most
about.
important thing that has happened. Even just what it is, bro. First and foremost, it's not even about how I feel. It's about how I'm able to make other people feel now because of I guess you could say the cleanliness within my internal state due to the emptying of the cup we did in December, opening up about some stuff that happened in my past
For sure.
and then looking in forward and thinking about where do I want to be and kind of letting go of that old self, but also allowing the new self to come in with the consistent visualizations. And I think I was even thinking I was thinking about it outside. I have my little coffee window where I have my morning coffee and I just reflect outside. And you know what it is? It's like people give themselves permission to feel the worst case scenario. They allow themselves to feel, everything wrong that could happen right now. But when it comes to feeling good about what could happen and visualizing good, usually there's a guilt around it. There's a shame.
Mm.
And I had that. I had that shame that stopped me being confident in visualizing. But as I started doing it with you and I started seeing the fruits and I started seeing that actually this isn't something to feel guilty about. This isn't something to be shamed about. It's growth and it's giving myself permission to not just be the person who can do it, but to feel like the person who can do it. And I think that's the biggest shift I've had. I feel confident in who I am and who I'm becoming. And I think it's due to the fact I've seen who I can become and I felt who can become, and I've embodied that. It's been integrated into me. And I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest shift I've had. I feel so much less anxious. I have a lot more trust in God. My faith is Christianity. And that has impacted my faith in a positive way. Um, and yeah, that is like the biggest shift I have. The peace that I have now. I don't have any negative people around me, bro. Like I was saying on our call the other day, I am fucking surrounded by winners every day. I don't have no losers around me, bro. I have no losers around me, and I just thank God for that, bro. Because it's like it's a lot of people might be watching this and they might be thinking like, how can I get in that position? But it's just about taking action and directed action, not just taking random impulsive emotional action, but actually, like I say, the visualization has helped me see with clarity what the next move was,
Yeah.
because it aligns you with the next move. If you're in this constant state of fear and anxiety, the next step you're going to take is probably going to be towards that. But when you're filled with love, joy, abundance, and actual hope, your next step is going to be within that substance of emotion and energy, which is just automatically going to bring you to the next stage. And I think that's what I've been noticing, bro. Like, and it's a progress. This wasn't like, again, we've been working together 90 days. This wasn't like this happened last week. This has been a progressive thing, and you've seen it happen over time. And like we say, I've slipped back. I've gone
Yeah, you have.
backwards at times in this journey. But because of the consistency of the one-to-one calls, the group calls, it allows me to stay grounded in where I'm heading. And that's the one thing I say is like, it's the consistency you've brought me to the things I know I should be doing, but I didn't have the discipline to do it. But working with you, it's forced me to do it. Like now I be, getting my chat GBT to talk to me about visualization so I can sit there and feel it. You brought me a lot more clearer with mind body practices, like even relaxing my body more, bro. Like
Mm.
just relaxing and actually just allowing myself to feel is important. I think that's something that's a huge shift. So yeah, where I am now, bro, is like, bro, I'm waking up at 6 a.m. No problem. I know it's only
Which
been,
that
3 days I've been
that's
doing this in a row, but it's
huge
it's easy. Huge, huge,
for you.
huge, bro. Huge. Seriously. Fucking huge, bro. Because you know what it is? I was just saying it to my nan. Like, past couple of days, waking up that early, I don't feel rushed. And you know what it is, bro? I need 2 hours to myself. I
Same.
want to listen. People say, oh, no dopamine in the morning, no this and no that. But it's like, no, I want to listen to some tunes in the morning. I want to go for a walk. Maybe I want to do some dancing in the kitchen. Maybe I just want to chill for a sec before I get started with my work. And I don't like to feel forced into things.
Yeah.
My work flows now. I get home, like today, I started work at like 8:30. That's the time I'd normally be waking up, getting in the shower. I'd just about be getting in the shower. But it's like I've had 2 hours to calibrate,
Yeah.
to rejuvenate as well, right? I had my morning coffee. I love it. It's great. And it's just about I've given myself time to be able to like recalibrate, because in the morning, like I say, I tend to wake up with quite like a whoa. But even recently, it's been more of like a let's go, like let's wake up. And I think it is due to the fact that suppressed emotions always appear right in the morning. Like that's what was happening to me. I'd wake up and my heart would feel inflamed by anxiety. I'd feel like a buzzy ball. But thanks to one, again, getting rid of not getting rid of, but processing the emotions I needed to
Yeah.
process,
Yeah.
and two, visualizing the new life I would like to feel, it is brought me on a different frequency, bro. Like it is like even my confidence, bro. Like going up to someone just to tell them how I feel about them because they're looking good or they're glowing. I'll go say it because I don't care. I don't care if they reject me. I don't care because why would I hide a good thing from them?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
And
love
that
that.
is something that has been shifting over time. And that's the biggest thing I've taken from all of this. The business success, man, that's cool and all. It's great, and we can go into that. But give a fuck about the business success. I care about how I feel. I could have £5 to my name, but if I'm at peace, that's what matters. I could have 10,000 to my name and be in chaos. And that's
Yeah.
not fun. That's not nice. I've been there before and it's not a fun experience.
Yeah. Powerful. Powerful. Like that just shows a level of growth because, like, yeah, I mean, I've interviewed multimillionaires that aren't happy and that aren't internally free. And that was the reason why, even though you actually come to me for sales training, was what you first come to me, and it led on.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That's what you come to me for. You were like, you love my energy, you love like the lifestyle I live, and you were like, I want some sales coaching. I've been seeing your content for a while, and then you come to me, right? And interesting that you come to me for something that was probably more external, and actually we've gone on a lot more of an internal journey with yourself, and like what you said with processing, because not a lot of mentors and coaches, they don't well, coaches, yes, because you ask powerful questions, but a lot of mentors don't realize the internal work that needs to be done. And the only reason why I know about it is because I've had to do so much internal work personally by going down the entrepreneurial online journey. And I realized that, oh, wow, we've got childhood trauma that's holding us back with suppressed emotions because growing up, we didn't, a lot of men especially, didn't have people to speak to about their emotions. It was like you're weak if you speak about your emotions, or just put it in a box and forget about it. But if you forget about it, all these emotions and experiences and anger and frustration, sadness, whatever it is, guilt, shame, insecurity, whatever it is in your body, and you're just blocking it. So have it given yourself the time to process, to talk about it, to have the awareness, to work on the state of mind. You know, what we've done with the visualizations has been amazing. So that's been your internal journey, and like the difference in your energy as well from when we started to now has just been amazing to see. Like you send me voice notes with so much excitement and so much energy, and I'm like, yes. So with all this internal work,
People have noticed it too, bro. People
really,
people have seen it too, bro. Yeah, yeah. Like even Kieran was saying it yesterday. He was like, your energy. He can tell like I'm not smoking, that I'm not doing all this stuff. He's like, your energy is just there.
yeah,
And
I'm
that's
glad.
important to me. I care about that stuff.
Yeah, you become a magnet. Most people like to work with me because of my energy. And that it will be the same with you. When you have this like energy and this aura about you, people want to be around you. You know, it's like Roll. You know, Roll Mexico, obviously a very good big connection for myself and you that we're very good friends with. His like aura and his energy, you just want to be around him. He's a winner. Kieran as well. Kieran, you just want to be around him, right? He's a,
Yeah.
like what you said earlier. Like you want to be around winners. You know, if you want to win, get around winners. You know, adopt their mindset, adopt
Hmm.
their habits, adopt what they're doing, and then you become that. You know, you become a product of your environment. So
Hmm.
with all this internal work that we've been doing, obviously we've done sales training. I've done your call reviews. We've also done strategy as well. But it's been mainly focused on the mind, to be honest. Majority of it's been mindset focused.
Yeah.
Where is your
Well, can
business?
I quickly say something as well? I
Please.
just want to quickly talk just one thing about the sales side. The sales side and something I've kind of had an epiphany on, like I've been saying to you recently, is like, you have to change your worldly mindset. We all have a worldly mindset of conditioning, right? And when people hear sales, they think money.
Yeah.
They think, I'm trying to sell something, give me something.
Yeah.
But what I've been realizing over the past 6 months, right, especially over these past 3 months, it's definitely been more, there because it was with Kieran I started realizing it, and then working with you I started realizing it, and it's that sales isn't a transaction of money; it's a transaction of value, and that could be to the smallest thing of giving someone, like I say, a compliment. That's a sales transaction, but it's a value transaction. Sales has this word sale has a very bad connotation around it. Salesman, slimy, like so, but like I don't see it like that. And that in itself could be a rejection of growth and money and value. Because if you see it like that, you don't want that. Oh, slimy salesman. But for me, it's like, no, it's a transaction of value. Yeah, I'm a constant salesman. I'm a constant provider of value. That's how I see myself.
I love
And
that.
that's the new identity I've
Power. That's
embodied.
that's a powerful identity.
Hell yeah. And is it, yeah.
Powerful
And
identity.
I wouldn't have got it without you, bro.
Appreciate it. And it's a compound effect, right? But with the identity then, with this powerful
100%.
identity that you now have, all the internal work that we've done together, where was your business when we first started in December? Well, it was like end of November, wasn't it? And then where is your business now? Well, we've just started March 2026.
Oh yeah, bro. The business is crazy. Like the business growth has honestly been nuts, bro. Like we this month, I like so we did 20K revenue last month, right? We want to try and get 20K profit this month.
Yes, there's a
Like
difference.
flip it on its head. Do you know what I'm saying? There's a difference. We did 5K in December, 20K in February, 13K in January. So you can see this progressive
Mm,
build up
5 to
of cash.
13 to
Do you know
20.
what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah,
like
and you
doubling
know what's the most
every
important
month.
thing is literally that, bro. And I think the biggest difference is how I approach my business. Because cool, revenue is cool. That's what everyone cares about, right? People care about the revenue numbers. How much money did you make? Whatever. But the truth is, it's how am I approaching my business now? How am I approaching this 20 grand a month business? How am I approaching my clients? I'm so much more decisive, so much more confident. I'm so much more confident to set expectation and boundaries with my customers. I'm not
Key.
afraid to tell them how I feel. I'm not afraid to get rid of someone. You know, the other day I was telling you about that partner of ours we had to get rid of because he was interrupting my peace and my energy.
Yeah.
Yes, I was nervous on the call. Yes, my heart was pumping because it's confrontation. You have to put something on the line, right? You're putting yourself there in the firing range. But after I got the call done, it was what it was. And it was also the proof of abundance. If I wasn't in an abundant mindset, I'd be like, oh no, oh, but honestly, it was more no, move away, make room for more. And it again, funnily enough, it goes back to what we just was talking about. You have to remove sometimes something to get something new. If they would have stayed, they would have taken up bandwidth and we wouldn't have been able to expand. So we know by getting rid of them in the next 2 months, there's going to be an expansion from that. Whereas if we would have kept them in, it would have just fucked everything. It would have fucked my energy. It would have fucked the business. And if it fucks my energy, of course it's going to fuck the business. Like
Mhm.
your business is a byproduct of the internal state that you're in. And I think the other thing is I don't feel guilty for wanting more anymore, bro. I don't feel guilty or shame. And you know what it is? Most importantly, I was thinking about this today. I don't feel deserving of anything. I'll put it that way. Yes, the effort I put in, I do feel that deserving, but it's not an arrogant deserve. You know what it is? I've just seen that everything is a possibility. Everything in life is a possibility, and that's all it is. And you can get it. You don't have to put yourself on a pedestal to get it. Right? I think that's a mistake a lot of people make. They put themselves on a pedestal. But what they need to realize is that is just an opportunity in front of them and that they can grasp. It doesn't make them better than anyone. It's just something that they saw and got it. And that's how I see every bit of success. Those 100K months are coming my way, bro. Not because I'm better than anyone, but because I see it as an opportunity. I see it as a possibility now. I actually believe at the end of the year, my business could do 100K in a month. I truly believe that, bro. And it's like, again, I don't have to look down on people for that. I don't have to put anyone. It's when you're aligned to it, it flows. And I feel like I'm flowing towards it, bro. That's it. Like I see it in the distance. Things could get in the way. A tree branch might crash on my little lazy river that I'm on. But at the end of the day, bro, I'm a problem solver. And I think that's another. I think you've helped me inflate my identity in a healthy way. I was saying it to my nan the other day, right? So you know how she's got dementia and stuff, so I'm helping her out and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
I said to
yeah.
her, "Don't worry about asking me for help because I'm a professional problem solver. That's what I am, bro. I'm a professional problem solver. I want to be that guy who anyone comes to and I can give them some value, some solution to their problem. Because what does it cost me, bro? What does it
No,
cost me? Five
exactly,
minutes of my
bro.
time, 10 minutes of my time.
Bro,
What is that?
everything,
You know, in
everything,
in terms
everything,
of helping someone.
everything you shared, like just your energy, you've got like the state, you're in that abundant state now, because you're not scared of letting clients go. Like me and my business partner, Jordan, with our business, we had to go through that where we were holding on to clients for too long, and it's like as soon as you let it go and you realize you don't need to be working with people, because you want to make sure that you're aligned with whoever you're working with. Like that is key. It's like we did the values.
100%.
I took you through your values the other day to make sure. So now moving
Yeah,
forward,
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
yeah, let's talk about that. Like the values.
Let's
Once
talk
you
about
get
that.
once you get crystal clear on what your values are, then you can start making decisions off that. Whereas most people are walking around, they don't have a clue what they value. They don't have a clue what they value in other people. So yeah, like how was your experience about getting clear on your values?
Bro, bro. I remember you texted me the other day. I don't think I had a chance to reply to it, so I want to reply to it now. How has things changed in the past week from me identifying what I value, which is
Ah, yeah,
creativity, inspiration, authenticity, integrity? I can't remember what the last one I wrote was, but I remember there was an additional one we wrote. But really, those are the four main ones. Those are
yeah,
the four main pillars that I saw that I get inspired by. And bro, I truly believe music can be part of my life again. I've been making music again, bro. I haven't even told you, G. I've been making tracks. I've been going to a bar, making music, and you know what it is? It's that free spirit I'm feeling back, bro.
yeah,
Like when I was 17, maybe like 19, 20 during COVID, so however long ago that was. There was a point in my life where I truly believed that I was going to be the greatest artist of all time, and I was on this creative pursuit of greatness. Like I really wanted to get there, and that dwindled out. And I remember we was on a call once, and I think I said to you, I was like, "Man, you have that thing that I don't have anymore, but I used to have was this kind of inspired belief, this inspired action of I can be the greatest. Like I can really manifest some of the greatest work from the heart." And it's like I feel like I'm getting that back. I'm realizing that, you know, these dreams that I had as a child don't have to disappear because I'm now an adult. They don't.
No.
And with the business, I've seen how this is going to be a tool to help me fund, my music career. Because what I've realized is like I have a Spanish coach now, bro. I have a mindset coach and a sales coach. I don't even what are you, bro? Mindset coach, sales coach, energy coach, you're
Freedom
everything, bro. Like
coach,
you're all in
bro.
one package,
I'm a
right?
freedom coach.
Freedom coach, freedom coach. That's the word. That's the word. And yeah, it's like I I now realize that all I need to do is invest in a music teacher. So I'm already looking for a music teacher to help me make music. Because if I can do that and hit KPIs weekly of like 2 hours a week, that dream of mine's inevitably going to happen. And I'm a marketer, so I know I can
Exactly.
do
You
it,
know how to
and
do
I
it. That's
believe in myself as well,
yeah.
bro. Yeah, but the
That's the
most important thing
key.
is I believe in myself. And I had a moment the other day where I felt that moment of freedom. I felt that moment of freedom in the kitchen. I had goosebumps, bro. Like I genuinely, that's what I wanted to talk to you about on our one-to-one. But I'll say it now. I had goosebumps, bro, because I've realized my dreams were possible again. And it's
Yes.
all because I don't know what it is, but it's because I just feel inspired, bro. I
Yeah.
feel inspired. And it was after the values, and I went, that aligns with my values, bro. And
Yeah.
even looking at my friends now, I'm like, no wonder why I like them. No wonder why I want to be around them. And no wonder why I don't want to be around certain people as well. You know what I'm saying?
Just
It's
alignment and
really
it
given me clarity. And I feel like I put on glasses, G. Before it's a bit blurry. I was like, I
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
really,
yeah.
it's like
It's like the
I see.
Matrix. Yeah, exactly. Well, bro,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm so grateful for being on this journey with you, and like we're only 90 days in. Like we've got a long journey ahead together.
Yeah, we got
Um,
another while, bro.
yeah, we do,
Hell
bro.
yeah.
We do. So we got. So I'm excited to do another interview with you again, like later on this year, and just see the journey and the growth because I just know it's just going to keep growing now and you're in the right state. You're becoming a magnet. You're abundant. You're a giver. Like you want to do good in the world, but you also want to really create an amazing life for yourself as well, and that's what it's all about. So, bro, it's been an absolute pleasure. Working with you the last 90 days.
Yes,
I've
sir.
loved it. I've absolutely loved it, and yeah, bro, I know you're gonna make absolute moves, and it's been a pleasure. So very grateful for you. Anyone watching this, get connected with Jacob. Absolute legend. Absolute goat when it comes to ads as well, and the creativity that this guy has. He's going to make some amazing things, and I love that you want to get back into music. It's like me with the DJ, and like I think this is an important message to share before we wrap the interview up is if you're watching this and you're stuck in hustle mode as an entrepreneur, we've all been there. I know Jacob has and I know I have. One thing I've really learned is it's really important to have some side quests that you love that can take you out of the business mode. So, like for Jacob, music producing. For me, I love DJing. Like that's my new thing now. It's like just what can you find that just takes you out of business, that puts you in a different energy, a different headspace, and usually you end up creating business ideas when you're in that state and that energy anyway, because you're just having fun. You're being creative. You're not being stuck in the work. You're focusing on things that you love, your projects. And that's just one message I want to share. If you're stuck in this grind, what can you do? What else can you do to take you away from the grind? So then you then come back to the call it grind, I call it mission. You come back to the mission with new energy, excited. It gives you the motivation because like what you said, Jacob, the more
Mm.
business wealth you create, the more time freedom you'll have to do more music producing, the more in capital you'll have to invest into the music producing. So it kind of they go hand in hand together. So that was one final message I wanted to share. But is
Even
it
just talking about it, bro. Even just talking about music again is like, I love that, bro.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Is there one final message or statement that you want to share before we wrap this up, Jacob?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Like, at the end of the day, like everyone knows what they need to do. Everyone knows that visualization is an important thing. Everyone knows that energy is everything. But the problem is it's difficult to change on your own. People think they can do it on their own. But like I was saying the other day, bro, what do I admire about Kanye West? it's not Kanye. It's the team he's got around him that allows him to create the music that he's created. He didn't do it alone,
Yeah.
right? And the only reason I am where I am right now is because I have a fucking great team around me. I've got you, I've got my business partner, I have my friends that are indirectly part of my team, I would say. But that is my team. That's all I need. I have my clients who are part of my team.
Yeah.
I have a great fucking client base. I have a great team, and I wouldn't be able to do it without any of them. If I
No.
did this on my own, that's ego. That's my ego
Mm.
talking. You can't do it on your own. And likewise, if you've been telling yourself, oh, I need to visualize, you do it 1 week and then you're like 4 weeks not doing it and you're consistently inconsistent, then that's a sign you need to get a mentor. You need someone like Callum in your corner who's going to keep you accountable. But most importantly, he's just going to do it on the calls. He's
Yeah.
just going to do it at the end of the calls, a quick 5 minute visualization. Like that's all you need because it will inspire you to go do it. Right. Because I think about the visualizations. I go, I do it twice a week, Callum. Let me do an extra one. And then you do 4 a week. And then maybe you do 5, and then you go back. But then you always know, even if you fall back, you're going to do 2 because you do it in the group and you do it in the 1-to-1. So I know I have a KPI of 2 a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, it's all I need. It's all I
Yeah.
need.
I love that, bro. Well, very grateful for your words, bro. It's been an absolute pleasure. And yeah, let the journey begin.